Greetings everyone, it's Red Hunter, and I'm here bringing you the Dwarven Noble Origin story. I'm playing a Dwarven Warrior, because you know Dwarves, Warriors. And I'm at the character creation screen. This is my Dwarf. And I've put all my points into Strength and Dexterity, because I'm going to go two-handed weapon with him. Dual weapons for Warrior. So I'm splitting between Strength and Dexterity. Alright, I have a skill. I'm going to spend it on level 1 Coercion, because that's how you should spend it. Why do we already have one in weapon and I don't want to do one in weapon and shields. I get a free point in weapons and shield. Almost makes you want to go down that path, but no. I want to do dual weapon training. And dual weapon finesse. The character is extremely skilled at wielding a weapon in each hand, gaining bonuses to attack and defense. Alright. Please select the difficulty level, normal. I'm going through and doing each of the origin stories. My main campaign, I did the mage one. I've already done the human one.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, the larger of two known remaining Dwarven cities in the world. Orzammar was once the seat of a major empire connected by tunnels called Deep Roads, which stretched thousands of miles. The city now stands alone, cut off from the rest of the Dwarven ancestral lands by the Darkspawn incursion. Secure in Orzammar's impregnable construction, the Dwarven noble houses continue their centuries-old power struggles. Assassination and blackmail are commonplace, but the appearance of honor is paramount. You are the second child of King Endren of House Aeducan, the 9th Aeducan ruler elected by the Noble Assembly. You grew up in a world rife with political intrigue, and have struggled against brothers and cousins for honor and prestige. Today, a feast celebrates your first military commission, the opening move towards real power in the ever-changing game of Dwarven politics.
Greetings, my lord. You are dressed and ready. Excellent. I couldn't find the armor's matching dagger, but I scrounged up a rather fancy longsword. Do you wish to wear your shield to the noble's feast?
Yes, let them see me as a warrior.
Of course, if every other noble has a shield and 3 swords, you'll feel awfully underdressed.
You, my friend, are ridiculous.
One can't take all this marching about and speech-making too seriously. Moving on to the business at hand. The king expects you to make an appearance at the feast, but there's no rush. The noble family heads will spend hours boring your father with petitions and petty grievances.
What should we do in the meantime?
As part of the celebrations, permits have been auctioned off to members of the merchant caste who wish to sell wares in the Diamond Quarter. Lord Harrowmont has also opened up the provings for young warriors to test their mettle before tomorrow's battle. Perhaps we should go show them what single combat is really all about. And by we, I mean you. I'll practice my cheering.
Why don't you want to fight in the provings forum?
You remember last year's open proving? It took your father's smith 6 hours to remove my helmet. I'm not meant for single combat. I fight as my lord's second in shield. That's enough for me.
The proving sounds appealing. Let's go have a look.
Right behind you, my lord. The day is ours until the feast.
Alright, so we have a shield. We need a... I was hopeful that... And we have Dwarven Noble Armor Iron. Let's put the lesser health potions here. So you might recognize him from my other playthrough. He's on the surface in the markets of Denerim because of the things that happen here. Perfect weapons. Osmo politics. You guys can read that. New Codex, Dwarven Faith. We are children of the stone. She supports us, shelters us, offers us the most precious gifts of the earth. The worthy return to her embrace in death, becoming ancestors. The unworthy are cast out, unable to rest their failings, so that their failings may not weaken the stone. So it has been since the earliest memories. We live by the stone, guided by the ancestors who speak with the voice of the provings, whose memories a sharp brick keep forever in lyrium. We do not accept the empty promises of heaven, as the wild elves do, or vie for the favor of absent gods. Instead, we follow in the footsteps of our paragons, the greatest of our ancestors, warriors, craftsmen, leaders, the greatest example of life spent in service to our fellow dwarves. Our paragons joined with the stones in life, and now stand watch at our gate, ushering in those surfacers privileged to visit our city. We know there is no greater honor to hope for, no better reward for an exceptional life. Alright, let's see what my quest is. The Noble's Feet. Visit the merchants or watch the provings. Alright. The mace is not better. That's a two-handed weapon. We're actually going to fight with a dagger and a sash of forbidden secrets. Okay, we get willpower and mental resistance. Okay. And what about you, Gorm? Gumar is his name. Gorm has his shield and his sword, which gets plus damage versus Darkspawn, and which you can buy later. On the Royal Palace.
Congratulations on being named Commander, my lord. I am at your service.
As well you should be.
No sign of trouble here.
Hey, I see something here. There's a codex here. Ozamar History, Chapter 1.
Oh.
No.
Begun.
Where are you running to?
I'm sorry. I thought you were Prince Balin coming down the hall. Forgive me.
Gorm, tell her that my brother is at my feast.
Prince Balin is attending the feast being held in Lord Iduken's honor.
Yes, of course. It was presumptuous of me to think that he would return to... I am sorry. I will show myself out, with your leave, my lord.
Gorm, tell her that she may take her leave of
Go.
me.
Thank you. I will go now.
I think it's funny speaking through the... Let's go here. See if we can take his stuff. Dwarven Merchant's Belt. Increases monetary gain. I like this. I like this better than the sash, actually. Monetary gain is always good. We can't unlock that. Gorm is also a warrior, so he can't unlock that. We don't have a rogue, it's fine, it's not a big deal. Alright, let's continue to explore the palace. Let's head this way. This is Royal Guard. Can't go in the father's room. I guess we'll continue this way. That's the Diamond Quarter. That's a room we can't go into. Let's go into the throne room.
You sure you want to go to the feast now? I doubt we can escape to see the provings once we're inside.
You're right, let's go see the provings.
Can't wait to see who's fighting today.
What? So let's not go to the throne room. Let's go to the Diamond Quarter. I don't remember how many episodes these are going to be. It's going to depend on the time. I'm probably going to break them into 30 to 40 minute episodes. New Codex, Life in Ozamar.
Your father has allowed the merchants to show their wares in the Diamond Quarter during these celebrations.
Let's see who you are.
Please, Master Volney. My work is accredited by the Shaper.
These books are lies written by the enemies of House Volney.
I write only what I find in the ancient records. Lord Iduken, you can vouch for my work, can't you? Your father loved my History of Iduken, Paragon King, Peacemaker.
Gorm, does the scholar truly have my father's favor?
The king, as well as several other lords, are quite fond of his work. He writes of the ancient paragons.
This worm has written a book that slanders my house.
That's a serious charge.
He deserves to die for what he has written of Paragon Volney.
Tell me what it says, scholar.
My work tells the stories of all those raised to paragons in the last 500 years. When the Assembly names a paragon, that man or woman is then, by definition, everything one can aspire to be in the world. They form their own noble houses and are revered as living ancestors. But paragons start off as men.
Volney was more than a man.
What was the Dukin like before he was a
Iduken
paragon?
was much loved, but he was still a man. He was plagued by melancholy, and his fervor regarding Orzamar's safety bordered on obsession. When Iduken was proposed as a paragon, only one lord in the Assembly objected. The others savagely hacked him to death. Iduken's motion passed without a single dissenting vote.
Unlike Volney, is that what you mean, old man?
Volney became a paragon by the narrowest margin in history. One vote. A vote mired in rumors of intimidation, intrigue, and outright bribery. The records of that vote are kept in the Shaperate and are a matter of fact. Not liking history doesn't make it any less true.
The scholar is right.
You're taking his side? What if he published a book like this about your paragon Iduken?
The truth is more important than your pride.
You would not say so if it was your house, but I shall respect your wishes. For now. Excuse me, Your Highness.
That fool has no idea how weak his house is or how low he sits in it. Shall I have him killed, my lord?
Do it, but make it look like an accident.
Understood.
You've shown yourself more daring and aggressive today than most believed of you. Someday I hope to write of the great exploits you are sure to perform.
Word has been sent. He won't live past the hour.
You've shown House Iduken a friend to research, history, and the glory of our people.
You remember this when you write
Of course. Heroism and pity for the small man have always been hallmarks of House Iduken. Now, I must try to make sense of these notes. Good day, Your Highness, and thank you.
Alright. We just had a guy killed for
Congratulations
reasons.
on being named commander, my lord.
Ah, my friend.
But my lord, these are surface souls, dyed with the finest saffron and indigo and embroidered by skilled elven tradesmen. I've seen Prince Balin Iduken himself wearing a robe made of something quite similar.
So I pay your exorbitant price, only to end up looking like a poor imitation of Prince Balin. You'll get no...
Our trust follow, big brother. How surprising to run into you out among the common folk.
Especially since duty requires that you attend our King Father at the feast today. Have you so little respect for him to disregard his wishes on a day set aside for you?
Lord Harrowmont told me we wouldn't be needed for hours at least.
Silence! If I want the opinion of my sibling's second, I will ask for it.
Yes, Your Highness.
Don't speak to Gorm like that.
I speak to lower houses and castes as they should be spoken to. Now do as I say.
Alan, you want to trump? Keep barking orders. I'm sure I'll carry
Your
you.
lack of a sense of duty to your house is obvious. I can't imagine why you are receiving a commission. I expect after tomorrow I'll spend much time apologizing to the heads of the noble houses for the deaths of their children under your incompetent command.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it, Trian?
As heir to the throne, it is my duty to impart wisdom and judgment upon those who need it. Now then, you, get to the feast.
It's cute how you think you can order
I'd
me around.
advise you to watch that tongue, dear sibling. Father will not live forever. Come, Balin.
That was fun. Nothing like being talked down to by the next king.
Ignore him. It's my day, not
That it
his.
is. Let's get back to enjoying it, shall we?
But that's not what I meant, my lord. My lord!
So all is not well in the I think this is the way towards. Yeah. Pretty sure this is the way. So I could be wrong. It's the Royal Palace. I got turned around. Crap. Hate when that happens. Beyond that thing is a shaper.
What about that one?
My lord, are you heading to the proving arena?
Gorm, I do not remember addressing this man.
You are not to address the Lord Iduken and the spoken to first.
Forgive me, Sir Gorham. I meant no offense.
Back to your duties.
But sir, this is my duty. I am to escort our new commander to the proving grounds.
I clean forgot about that. Forgive me, I should have informed you sooner. The king decided you were not to travel through the commons unguarded.
Very well, if it will please my father.
Will we be leaving then?
Yes.
We are at your command.
Alright, Codex updating. The Proving. Thalos Atrium. In the 23rd year of the reign of King Ragon Adukin, an old man of the servant caste, was accused of stealing a sapphire ring from his employer, Lord Dace. The servant was stripped of his position, he and his family thrown out in the streets, and soon after the servant died. The son of the disgraced servant challenged Lord Dace to a proving, declaring that his father had been the victim of a cruel injustice, and the ancestors would bear him witness. Lord Dace had no choice but to accept. On the sacred stone of the proving ground, this nobleman faced the servant boy. Lord Dace carried a sword crafted for his own hand, was clad in his great-grandfather's armor. The servant boy had neither armor nor weapon. When the battle began, the boy fought like a whole pack of angry deep-stalkers, flinging himself upon the startled Lord, wrenching the sword from his hand, prying at his armor with bare fingers. The boy knocked Lord Dace to the ground and beat him until the Lord begged for mercy. The boy and his family were reinstated to their place in the Dace household, and the virtue of the boy's father was not questioned again. The ancestors had spoken, and no one would question their word. Alright, let's save.
Your Highness, it is an honor to have you here. Have you come to watch these brave warriors do battle in your honor?
No, I've come to fight.
Your Highness, this proving is in your honor.
Then honor him by doing as he says. My Lord Idukan will fight in this proving.
I will honor today's warriors by testing their skills.
Of course, it is well within your rights. Men and women of Orzammar, we have a late entry to these provings, held on the eve of battle for the honor of House Idukan. I give you the Lord Idukan himself. Are you ready for your first match?
Of course.
Then let us begin! This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Idukan. Lord Idukan will fight Aler Bimo, youngest son of Lord Bimo.
You honor me with this match.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
That's updated. When the proving is being held in your armor, in your honor, you decide to fight in your own proving, and it's time to show everyone how a real warrior does battle. Not a lot of quest updated. Alright. We're gonna save between every round. And yeah, I don't have a lot of skills, so it's just straightforward bashing and hoping.
That was quite a fight. Aler Bimo is no slouch with that hammer. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Who's my next opponent?
Dal Helmi, a woman, Your Highness. She's a tenacious fighter.
I'll fight anyone.
Excellent. Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Idukan. Lord Idukan will fight Adal Helmi, eldest daughter of Lady Helmi,
Honor and glory to your house, your highness.
That's yours.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! The winner is Lord Iduken.
Alright, that was a fun fight, sort of.
That was a crowd pleaser. Many were waiting to see that woman put in her place. Sir Blackstone is your next opponent. Are you ready to face him?
What can you tell me about Sir Blackstone?
One of the best of the warrior caste. He achieved glory in close combat assaults in the deep roads.
I'm ready to fight.
Then let us begin! This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Iduken. Lord Iduken will fight Sir Blackstone, Deep Road squad leader of the warrior caste.
This is your education, child. Try to learn as you bleed.
I think you eat those words.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Let's kill this fool.
You met your
Yeah, you knocked it out. Ow. If I could blow half health, I'm gonna heal. Stupid. The RNG is in my favor. That was a pretty good
winner
fight.
is Lord Iduken.
Not for taking his stuff. Alright. So, about that education fool.
Well done. You have proven that even the best of the warrior caste cannot match a noble Iduken. Franklin Ivo is your final opponent. He too has had many victories today. Are you ready to face him, or will you rest first?
Let's go. What can you tell me about him?
He is a decorated fighter who prefers unusual weapons and rarely fights with the same techniques twice.
House Ivo is relatively inconsequential, but Franklin may change that. He's expected to take a full command of his own soon.
No. I'll fight him.
Very good. This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Iduken. It is down to just 2 warriors, with backbones of stone and wills of iron. They have defeated all others this day. Lord Iduken will fight Franklin Ivo, second son of Lord Ivo.
You fight well. I wish you glory today and glory tomorrow.
May you be as a star.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. The victor is champion. Fight!
Stop missing.
No quarter shall be given.
Shit. keeps missing. Stop missing. You see there's a lot of missing.
Away with you! Paragons watch over me!
Stop missing.
The winner is Lord Iduken.
It is. That is, I am the winner.
Congratulations. Frandanivo is as fierce a competitor as I've ever seen. You vanquished every warrior of note in today's proving. The ceremonial helm, commissioned by your father for today's winner, is yours. Your glory honors every warrior here.
Alright, let's see this proving helm. +1 willpower, +1 constitution. Cool. I think this is a good place to save and call the first episode, so that's what I'm going to do. Next episode, I think we're going to go attend the feast in my honor. See you guys next time. Red Hunter out.